My perfect toy boy. People think wealth is all about luxury, cars, diamonds, designer clothes. But for me, true wealth is control. And nothing satisfies me more than having someone who not only serves me but knows his place completely. That's where Aryan comes in. When I first hired him as my driver, he was just another young, handsome man trying to make ends meet. But I saw potential. Not just in his looks. Oh, those muscles and that sculpted jawline didn't go unnoticed, but in his demeanor. He had a quiet obedience about him, a willingness to please. And I knew I could mold him. It started small. One evening, after a particularly grueling day of meetings, I asked him to massage my shoulders. He hesitated, poor boy, but what choice did he have? I was the one who signed his paycheck, after all. The massages became routine. Every evening, like clockwork, Aryan would come into my private lounge and work out the tension in my shoulders. His hands were strong yet gentle, and I could see how uncomfortable he was at first. That made it all the more satisfying. Then one night, I looked at him and said, "Aryan, that uniform doesn't suit this setting. Take it off and wear this." I handed him a pair of sleek black shorts. Oh, you should have seen his face. Confusion, hesitation, maybe even a little humiliation. But he didn't dare refuse me. From that moment on, those shorts became his uniform inside my mansion. Whether he was massaging my shoulders, rubbing my feet, or polishing my shoes, Aryan was always dressed to please me. I even began assigning him tasks beyond the usual. Fan me, I'd say on warm afternoons, handing him a silk hand fan. Or, polish my jewelry while I read. And he would. Every single time, without question. It wasn't just about his obedience, though. Watching him kneel before me, shirtless, his muscular body glistening under the soft lighting of my home, it gave me a thrill I hadn't felt in years. I'm a woman of power, and Aryan became the perfect embodiment of my control. I trained him well. He no longer speaks unless spoken to. His eyes stay lowered unless I allow him to look at me. When I walk into a room, he instinctively stands, waiting for my command. And when I stretch out my legs and say, "Massage my feet, Aryan," he drops to his knees without hesitation. Some might call it cruel. I call it balance. He needs structure, and I provide it. He needs purpose, and I give him that. In return, I get everything I want: obedience, service, and the quiet satisfaction of knowing I own him. So to those who wonder why I keep Aryan, let me tell you this. I've earned every ounce of control I have over him. And every time he kneels before me, every time he massages my shoulders or fetches my wine, I'm reminded that there's nothing in this world I can't have. Control is luxury. And Aryan? He's the crown jewel of my collection.